Hey, good day, everybody. This is Etienne Marcel Petute, the Sports Inquirer, and welcome to another edition of Fighting Peaches. On this edition, we're going to focus on Georgia State football as the Panthers look to get their first win of the season this upcoming Saturday as they host Murray State. And we're going to be hearing from head coach of the Panthers, Dell McGee. Before we get to Dell, as always, to follow everything that we do, head to the mothership to sportsinquirer.net, premier site for news and notes in the world of sports. We're going to have Dell up by the time you listen and watch this. We're also going to have several of the players from the Panthers, including Josiah Anderson, the starting linebacker for the Panthers. So make sure you check that out. And then also, we just have continued content on our site. So make sure you keep following and trending everything that we have going on. We also, yeah, Josiah Robinson. Sorry about that, Josiah. Josiah Robinson and some other players as well. So make sure you check that out. Also, go to our social media platforms on Twitter/X, Instagram, and Facebook. Just go on there, see the Sports Inquirer on there, or Etienne Marcel Pursuit. And finally, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our audio and video hosts, which include YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, and more. As mentioned, we were able to attend the press conference of Georgia State football head coach Dell McGee as the Panthers prepare to host Murray State this upcoming Saturday. He touches on a lot of topics from the loss to Memphis last week to preparing for the Racers this upcoming week. So let's get to Dell. Enjoy, and we'll have some comments and thoughts afterwards.
Murray State, we kind of buried the Memphis game, went over the corrections and things that we didn't do well. Had a good start to Murray State yesterday and a more physical practice today. Um, Murray State is a hungry football team looking for their first win just like us. But it's going to be about what we do and how we execute and perform. That's what we challenge our guys and our coaches to do. Um, Ogle, the quarterback, is a coach's son. He's very sharp. He knows where to go with the football. Got three really good receivers. The backs are solid. O-line is solid. But it's going to be about what we do and what's our approach to this game, and don't be relaxed. We need to have our full complement of intensity in all three phases. Defensively, they're a 4-2-5, 4-3 defense, two shell quarters, cover three man. They'll mix it up and bring a little bit of pressure. Then we got to make sure we emphasize the run game this week and try to get off to a good fast start. Special teams, Coach Wright, who I've known for a while, is going to have fake possibilities. That's part of his repertoire and what he's done over his career, and I think they had maybe a number of fakes over the last 2 years. So we got to be prepared in the special teams area of surprise onside kicks, fake punts, just them doing some type of gimmick, them being more aggressive on fourth downs. So our guys got to be really dialed in. With that, I open up for questions.
Are you able to provide any injury updates from some of the guys that leave the game on Saturday?
Yeah, we got some more guys down. BB Causey, he didn't practice today at corner. Jordan Huff at safety couldn't practice today. Deuce Lewis couldn't practice today. DeAndre Duffus couldn't practice today. TJ practiced. Finley, he practiced today. I think that was pretty much it. So that's the thing when you play two really tough opponents, two physical games. You just gotta recover, go to treatment, do your rehab, and try to get those guys back as the week progresses. So we're trying to be smart about that, and that's why it's a next man up mentality. And the guys that rep today got to be prepared to play in the game, which we repped a lot of freshmen or played a lot of freshmen in the past game. I mean, Chandler and Jordan getting his first start at nickel was relied on heavily, and then at the safety spot, corner spot, we could see some new guys surface because of the injuries that we have right now. We're still trying to fit and mix and find out who can execute at a high level and do what we're asking them to do.
you'd obviously rather be 2-0 than 0-2, but do you feel like the mood, the team, the energy in practice is still where you want it to be heading into this game?
Oh yeah, it was great energy today. Running around. Our kids understand who we played, and they understood the message that we gave our players, and our whole season is ahead of us. So, but our main thing and our main focus is getting better this week and developing our entire roster. And we've been getting a lot of reps with a lot of guys because of the injuries, but also because we need to develop those other guys for the long run. And they've accepted that challenge and had a really good practice today, good physical practice. So got a lot of reps and got a lot of young guys in to fill in for those injured guys, as well as the good on good periods where we're really testing their knowledge, and they're not scout team players, to develop their knowledge of the game.
Right here, Coach. You mentioned TJ working through his injury. If he is healthy, do you expect him to be the starting quarterback, or are you still open to having other guys fill that position just at this time of the year?
Yeah, Cam Brown can easily start this game just based on injuries. He was a little nicked up as well. So, we're going to go with the guys going to give us the best chance to win. We'll see both quarterbacks in this game, I'm sure, provided TJ is healthy. If he's not, Cam Brown start the game.
And just tying into that in a way, also, you mentioned post-game, and you mentioned it here, improving the running game. What does that entail? How do you work towards improving the running game? Just is it play calling, just better line play, maybe the running backs doing their job? When you say improving run play for people listening and watching, what does that entail?
Yeah, like the first week we had a better plan for the run game. This week we didn't have the plan wasn't as great. And Memphis did a lot to do with that too, and what they did defensively. So it's no discredit to no one. We have to be better as a staff and better as players and play with a higher level of effort and execution. Ultimately, it comes down to that. So we're all in this together. There's no blame pointed at no one, and we're taking it as that.
Yeah. Coach, also about special teams and your kick return game. Were you pleased with the productivity?
Yeah, that one, the one was a tough catch for TJ Payton, having to come up that far. The off returner really should have called him off, and he should have caught the ball. But other than that, that second one he had really should have went to the house if he'd have obeyed his rules. But he really hit it, and they did a good job of blocking and getting on guys. So we'll continue to do that. I know we're going to probably get some sky kicks and alternate kicks from Murray State. So that's our expectation going into this game, because we feel like they don't have anything to lose, and we got to be prepared for the unexpected in the kicking game.
Morning, Coach.
Hey.
You kind of mentioned it in your open statement. Murray State has a top 20 FCS passer in Jim Ogle, and now you're mentioning some injuries to Huff and Cowsey in the secondary. So just kind of curious, what's the approach to that challenge this week for the Panthers?
Yeah, whoever's healthy's got to play, and they got to line up and execute the call, and it'll be some good competition. So we have to win the battle up front and do our job, play with great eye discipline. It was better, but it's not where it needs to be. And a noisy defense is a really good defense. We have to be a lot noisier on defense to make sure and confirm that we got the right checks and calls. We're a little too quiet right now from a defensive perspective and communication, and it's improving.
We know that you named KB Boyd and Josiah Robinson captains, even in the post-game presser. Do you make that decision right after the game, or is it something that you develop during the week, but you name those guys immediately? But what goes into naming a team captain for a specific contest?
Well, actually, I named them yesterday, and it basically goes into what I see, how they played the game, things they did well, and it's not necessarily who graded out the highest, but who played Panther-type football. And those guys kind of exemplified that.
Wanted to ask about a few of those young guys. Grant Hollier came in as a tight end. It seems like you're shifting him out wide as a receiver. Are you just trying to use him right now as a freshman as just a general pass catcher?
No, he has to improve his blocking. I mean, that's the thing about most freshmen when they come in. Even going back to Brock Bowers, he wasn't a great blocker initially, so you just got to kind of find out what guys can do and maximize that skill set until their deficiencies become even where they can compete and play winning football in the run game. He's getting better too. He did an outstanding job today in some of our run blocking drills.
And then a guy like Jartavius working in so much early as a true freshman on the defensive line, that feels pretty rare in that position group, I guess in the trenches in general. I guess what in his early days here led him to get to this point?
How he practiced and how he plays and how he scrimmaged. Fall camp, he was dominant against our ones, and he's hard to move. He's a bigger interior D lineman that we have. He's about 320 pounds. He's strong at the point of attack, and he takes up space inside, and he helps keep the O-line off the linebackers. He can get some knockback, and his service is going to be needed for the remainder of the year. So he's just got to continue to improve. He needs to probably cut about 10 pounds. He's a little overweight, so maintaining and his stamina is not where it needs to be. So I told him he needs to stop eating all that fried chicken and a slab of ribs and having all those bad eating habits, jokingly. But now Jartavius is he's improving.
And then I guess the other one, Keelan Butler's playing a good bit at outside linebacker.
Yeah, the injury in the spring really set him back. He's still, I would say, I don't know if he's 100%, but he's a really sharp kid. Plays the right way. He does everything you ask as a coach. He's going to be a leader. Really like his development and where he is. And if you're old enough, you're good enough, you're going to play. So we're not going to not play guys as long as they play the right way and they're playing disciplined, sound football. And those two guys have been doing that, along with Chandler Jordan, who started at nickel for us. He really didn't have a terrible game, and it's a lot of things that's put on his plate, but he's a sharp young man and make a lot of calls, and those guys will continue their growth, and they'll get better week by week.
You had a pretty good crowd last week for the first time. I know you guys have made an effort to reach out. What kind of things have you done, and you, the players, the staff, to try to get more people involved?
Yeah, we've been trying to promote things on social media. I know I went on campus a couple of times. Went to the dining hall on Thursday, paid visits over there myself, and it's really just trying to encourage our student body to be involved in the game. It's one thing to have a crowd, then the next step is to learn how to interact and when you need to be loud, and the gamemanship of being a true fan and creating an environment where our kids feel their energy and the opposing team feels their energy as well, where it's a distraction to them, especially when they have the ball on offense. But I was very encouraged and very pleased with the support from our students, faculty, and hopefully we'll have a bigger crowd this week and continue that trend of getting our students to the game, because it's more about their experience as a college student, and some student athletes were in the crowd as well. So it's just that experience of doing those things and living those moments and creating memories that you can't create nowhere else but at a football game.
When they show up and you're at the dining hall and your kid does it, it's Coach McGee. There's some surprise. What's that interaction?
I wouldn't say a surprise. I'm just trying to fill them out and just encouraging them to get their tickets, come to the game. There's free transportation provided to our students, so there's no reason not to, and just connect with us and connect with one another. And like I say, I'm not sure about all the activities and activations that go around the stadium during the game, but that's a part of the experience too that I think might have been better. I'm not sure. Y'all may know better than I do. I'm not sure because I'm so locked in on what's going on. But just the experience of that, and we want to have a good football program, and they're needed for us to have one.
With the running backs, when you were position coach at UGA, it was a pretty deep room as well. You had to rotate a lot of guys. Not so much on the ego side of things and like wanting playing time, but like keeping guys game ready at any moment if they're not going to get a ton of carries in the game. What kind of goes into that?
It still goes back to your preparation, and you earn what you get. So how you prepare during the week. Did you maximize those reps when your number was called in practice? Can we trust you to do this job, or is it the next guy that's going to do it better? So that's always an evaluation process that occurs during the week, because every week the game plan is a little bit different, and there's some things that's altered to try to maximize who we think can perform and do certain things when they're warranted. So it's just it's a kind of a feel thing, but it just goes back to the preparation and it's just hard. Second half for us, we didn't execute well on third down the second half. So when you don't execute on third down, you can't maximize plays, and Memphis controlled the clock in the second half as well. So just your opportunities are limited when you're not getting third down stops and you're not converting third downs on offense, which cuts down on the reps for everybody. So the touches are limited when you don't convert in situational football.
And I guess on that, you had the 3rd and 1, 4th and 1 right at the goal line early on. You didn't convert.
Yeah, very
You
disappointing.
maybe don't want to, but does that put you off in short yardage situations going to the run game later in the game if you have that happen early on?
No, I think you guys trust your preparation and trust what you see, and you got to challenge our guys. It's a mentality. 3rd and 1. I mean, you can't block them all. The back guy better run over one. That's what we want to do, is leave one for the back in those situations where the defense sell out. Sometimes it has to be a play call where it's a little bit of deception to get our guy on the edge. I mean, even on the 4th one, if y'all go back and look at it, we had a wide open touchdown, but we didn't throw the post to Ted. So that's part of execution and not executing at the right time. So just got to do better.
I've got one non-Georgia State question for you. Darren Miles, the Grady coach,
Yep.
or the
Carver,
coach,
Atlanta.
Carver coach, is about to win his 150th game. You've known him, I'm sure, for 100 years. What kind of guy is he? What kind of program do you think he runs? And what would you think about Coach Miles?
Oh, Coach Miles, outstanding coach. We've been knowing each other 25 years, I would say. Does a tremendous job in the community. His teams are well prepared. He was in a situation, or still is in a situation, where he's dealing with not the best situation from parent support, facility support, and just the situation that his kids come from, the background that they're in. Not a lot of fathers are involved, so he really impacts that community and those players. And he's done that for a long time, and he's earned a lot of respect across the state, and he definitely has hours, and his school is always highly recruited. They always have good players, and a lot of that goes back to his preparation with his kids and teaching his kids the right things. And his kids are well behaved, well mannered, and it goes against some of the stereotypes that schools like Carver, Atlanta get from the outside world. And his teams are very disciplined, and they're not the stereotypical team that's portrayed in a bad way.
I want to add something to that.
All right, and that is head coach of the Panthers, Dell McGee, as the team prepares to face Memphis. They just played Memphis. They're facing Murray State on September 13th, this upcoming Saturday, whenever you're listening or watching this. Just some notes from Dell and what he was saying. First, obviously, just 2 losses to Ole Miss, and a lot of M's, to Ole Miss to start the season, and then Memphis this past Saturday, and now they're facing Murray State. So two matchups that did not play well. You can see that in many ways. I think the run game is just crucial for the Panthers to just do anything offensively. Obviously, you have Ted Hurst, who is a premier receiver in the Sun Belt Conference, but which is a good target, but you still need to get more contribution from the run game. Just take pressure off the quarterback position. And speaking of the quarterback position, they've had 3 players playing the quarterback position so far this year. Actually, TJ Finley started last week against Memphis. I had some solid moments, but got injured and nicked up, and he struggled just to really just find his health during that contest. And then Cam Brown came in; he had moments as well. We saw Christian Veillere start the opener against Ole Miss. So just the quarterback positions in flux. I was one who asked that question about if TJ is healthy, will he be starting? We didn't get an update. He's been practicing as limited. Recording this on Wednesday before the Saturday contest, so we'll, I guess, have to see how the week progresses for him. But in Cam Brown, they do trust a little bit as well to get in there. Yeah, Christian Veer wasn't even mentioned when Coach was talking about this quarterback, so I don't know what that means, how that depth chart is looking, but it's just interesting to see what happens there. Yeah, a lot of emphasis on special teams, just in coverage, missed field goals. We're saying that Brennan is still going to be the kicker. We got the word on that, I think, earlier this week. But just trying to find any advantage on the special teams would be beneficial. So just a lot of things for Georgia State to work on overall as they are preparing to host Murray State this upcoming Saturday. We will not be at the contest, unfortunately, but we'll have some post-game content as always. Just make sure you continue to follow us on thesportsinquirer.net. You can also go to our social media platforms on Twitter/X, Instagram, and Facebook. And finally, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our audio and video hosts, which include YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, and more. Once again, until next time, good fight, good night, and be safe.